of a price request. So that's something you can do as well. Now let's say you get a new customer. Obviously you get an email. You can go down here. You can copy and paste that email in here. Then you can put in a name. You have to fill in these two as a minimum entry. If you don't have a customer name, put a fake name in there, but you got to do it. It's important for future reports. If you have an existing customer already, if you want to search this customer, you can actually go and take your email, copy it, see if you have it already in your database. This searches for emails, paste it right over it. It doesn't matter. And if it finds it, there it is. It finds it. Cool. If you have 5,000 emails, that's a very handy tool. So you take the email from your customer out of that email and copy and paste it right over it, and it will just search. This is just a search function. You can also search for a name, vendor name, customer name if you know, and that would go for every entries here. In this case now, I want to go ahead and I want to go and work a little bit and add another entry. Let's say I want to add the same customer here was interested in this item again, 5439. All I have to do is that one entry. That's the only entry I can do in items answered. That's the only entry, and you should always start with here. And it already puts in all the information. Here's the vendor of this, and if there are pictures to it, it'll give you more information when it's been posted, the location, and so on and so forth. So it gives you pretty much all the data already you have available to it, to this record. Now, let's say you have a customer interested in this. He can put in, okay, I'm interested in this for 6,000, or you can add something else, whatever you like, and put it in there. The vendor may accept that or not accept it. So these are the two places you can fill in information here, nowhere else, and this is done on purpose. With counter proposals, I checkmark this because this gives me another report. I'm in actions items. I double click on this reference number and it will open up all of them pertaining to this reference number I've just entered, and I can work these people. Now let's say I want to archive some information. I don't need this anymore. So I'm going to go here, refresh there, and it disappears. And then it appears here as an entry. There it is, the whole entry. But I also can say, okay, well, I want to activate this product again. So you can refresh the bottom here, and it disappears there and comes back in this field. And if you have to talk and tell a lot, you can fill data in here, a category in here, copy and paste them to this email address. You can also copy this email address right out there, send them another email, and you can put in a due date and so on and so forth. A very handy tool if you have to do more than just a simple data entry pertaining to this customer string. Now I want to show you how you can enter new data in here, and rather than importing it, you can also do single entries. Somebody has sent you an email and he has some information. Let's just take for the ease of this right now, we'll take this guy had sent us information in this form, and I'm interested in putting this in there. So let's say I take this data string, maybe that is the portion I want. I copy it, go back in my database, and in the main description I paste it, and there it is. My reference adds, and my program adds a new reference number to it, a unique reference number, and I can go in here and put in these categories, weaving, or I can do anything else. It doesn't show up this one, but I can choose from this list. Press. If I'm not happy with the category, I can double click and add another category, and pretty much throughout the whole program consistently, wherever there's a scroll down button, you should be able to double click on it and add more categories to it. Here, if you can choose from vendors out of your database if they come back again, or you can add a new one. on the right side here you can, or maybe here first, pictures. If you have received pictures, you can add them. I always put them in a zip file, and I always put the same reference number to the zip file name, and that way I can easily find it in my database. And then you can put in, for example, here you see it as an auto date of today's date, and here you put in when it's been promoted to you or sent to you, and you can add that information in there. Now let's say you have somebody, a customer says, I am interested in your reference number 5426. What I can do is I can go and clear this all up. I'll make sure I hit the toggle so I have all my data back in there. I want to make sure this is all fresh, and let me put right now the 5426 in here and see if I find it. And voila, I have 2 entries, but only one with 5426, the other one has 15426, so it finds any string, any part of that string. Okay, I can double click on my reference number 5426 and see who else was interested in this product. Well, all these emails will pop up. So if I get an update on this 5426 from a vendor, I can right mouse click on this selection and I can paste it in here in my email program. Again, I want to delete that section, which I'm sorry, you notice here, customer, we don't want that. So make sure this is clean, and it automatically put all the comma in there. And now you can actually send it to these 3 people, whatever update you may have. It's a very handy tool, you will see when you start working with this. Make sure you X out of this. Okay, that's how you can, for example, filter and find immediately everybody ever been interested in this 5426, as long as it's not been archived. It only shows the fresh items. If you want to archive items, all these reports will not take the archived information. And that's kind of how this program works, and how we believe it is very efficient. Here you can see it's already, if you have already certain categories entered here, countries, you can choose from that whole list of countries. If you need to see what you have archived, you can go in here. Right now I didn't archive anything, but if I archive it real quick here, let me do this and refresh. We go to archive, it'll show up. So that's how I can archive items, really, really simple. If I don't want them really archived, I do that maybe to delete stuff I don't need. I'll keep it maybe in my database for a while, but then I'll make sure I'm gonna delete it later. In your search function, when you get new updates, make sure you update this column. This column date will be giving you all the information for this report here, which is the most recent report. Let me see there. And once you update an old thing, it would not show up here anymore if it's older than 10 days. But if you update that date information, it will pop up in this report again. And then you can right mouse click, export it in Excel, Word, PDF, and so on and so forth. As well as in your search engine, whatever you have searched for, you can report these items. Right mouse click, and you can choose from a list of options: Excel, PDF, so on and so forth. You can also export it. It would export all columns pertaining to this, even confidential information, like sometimes you don't want to volunteer who was the vendor. So you got to be careful on this. That's why we marked it red. I think this kind of concludes the efficiency. That's why we believe this is such a great, wonderful tool, helping you, saving you a lot of time, get more achieved in one day, and being able to export safely, easily with another person who has the same program. If you have any questions, send us an email to sales@rc-soft.com. Below this video I'm going to put a hyperlink to our webpage where you can buy this program. or you can ask more questions and find more videos. Thank you so much for your time, and I hope to hear from you.